So I wrapped up back day. First two movements I focused on for trying to really make improvements were just lat pull down with the standard bar and my pin delay barbell rows. On the lat pull down, the first thing I was doing is 3 sets. I worked up to just a hard set of 8, failure. I backed down weight on my second set, hit around 12 reps, and I backed down weight again for my third set and hit around 15 reps. I think the big key here for executing the movement and really trying to hit the lower lat is, if you see in the video, my upper body, my torso doesn't sway back and forth. And that's huge on any back movement. I see that it's made mistakes so many times. Is guys are using momentum, getting the movement started with your lower back, and the lats are just really taken out of it, or they're just finish off the movement. So the big thing is just keeping your torso locked in place and just pulling with the elbows and not getting any sway to it. And if you can see, I still stay pretty upright, and I pull the bar out in front of me a little bit, and that really brings a lot more lower lat activation into it. So moving on to my second movement, pin delay barbell rows. So I do a vertical pull, and then I go on to a horizontal pull. So with the pin delay barbell row, I really like it just because you take away momentum for one thing. You're starting from a dead stop. You're also having a huge range of motion. So I bend over almost parallel to the floor. So my arms are way out in front of me, and I really take advantage of the full range of motion. and also, it's also a safer movement for the lower back. So you don't have that in the eccentric part of the movement and trying to jerk back and pull the weight back up, that load that it creates on the spine. So overall, it's been a staple this season. For the barbell rows, I did 3 sets. I worked up to a heavy set of 8 to 10 and just stuck with that weight throughout. I did 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps on this. It's a seated low cable row, but we have a attachment that has a bunch of different handles on it. So I start with a 90-degree, almost kind of T-bar row, rowing high, elbows out. And then once I hit failure, I move my grip into a neutral position, closer grip, and I lean back a little bit more and row low. And so the idea there is I'm moving from a weak position to a stronger position, so I don't have to change the weight. But with the elbows up high, I'm able to hit more upper back, trap, and then also some teres major and like upper back, upper lat. And then once I transition down, I can bring more of the lat into it, more lower lat. You're in that stronger position, so you can keep going past failure. The overall pump that delivers is pretty tremendous in your whole back. After that movement, my fourth exercise, I go on to do a pullover, but I decided today I wanted to superset it with single arm dumbbell rows, but I did it a little differently. So again, this is still more like lower lat emphasis. So the pullovers, just focusing on keeping my chest up, trying to keep neutral spine. The big thing is when you're about to finish the movement, right before the bar is about to touch your legs, is giving your chest a slight push up, and it can really give strong lat activation doing that. So I pre-fatigued with those, and then I went straight into the dumbbell rows, which single arm dumbbell rows, rowing that close to your body with the elbow tucked down, it brings a lot of lower lat in also. But what I did was went to failure in one arm, went to failure in the other arm, and then I went back to my right arm and back to my left arm. So it was really like 2 sets in one for that movement. So I did that 3 times, that circuit. After that, as far as my lats go, they were pretty fried. I went ahead and moved on to doing some upper back work. I did a superset with bent over dumbbell flies and face pulls. And I've really stuck with face pulls. I think it hits a lot of the movement of the rear delt well. Rear delts definitely help with external rotation and also moving the shoulder outward too. So you get a combination of the movements and great activation in the rear delts. And kind of pre-fatiguing them with the flies, you can make sure you're not getting too much trap and bicep involvement in the face pulls. So overall, it was a great back workout. If you have questions on it, guys, go to animalpack.com forum, hit me on my Q&A on my journey, and I can answer whatever y'all need.